Welcome to Sports Talk. Today we're having a bit more of a casual one. I'm going to give you some bets to have a look at this weekend. Try and make some people some money. I've picked out a couple of bets from a couple of different sports this week to see if we can find some winners. So the first game is the Sydney Roosters versus the South Sydney Rabbitohs in the NRL. The Roosters are paying $1.25. I think this is a pretty safe game. The Roosters are going to win. The Rabbitohs did lose to the Bulldogs last week. Sydney Roosters are looking strong, getting close to finals. I can't see them losing this one. $1.25 is short, but it's good odds to start with. Um, Following on from that, our second game, Penrith Panthers versus the Canterbury Bulldogs. Top of the ladder versus bottom of the ladder. Penrith Panthers have looked near unbeatable the last couple of weeks. $1.18, pretty solid bet. The third one we get to a little bit of an outsider. We have Geelong at $1.97. When these two teams met earlier this year, Geelong did thump Port Adelaide by a fair few points. Getting $1.97 for Geelong, pretty good odds. I think Geelong are the better team. Port Adelaide had a better year, but I just think Geelong are going to be the better team. Dangerfield, Guthrie, running through the midfield. Parfit's looked good. Tommy Hawkins up front. I think that's good. $1.97 is a good bet. And to our second outsider for this week is Collingwood. Collingwood versus West Coast. Collingwood starting to get some players back from injury. Treloar starting to look a lot better. $3 is massive for a team that was one of the premiership favourites coming into the year. In a weird year with COVID, but paying $3 head to head against West Coast, it's good odds in my books. The midfield of Collingwood can definitely go with the midfield of West Coast. Brodie Grundy is going to try and neutralise Nick Nat, which is going to help them there as well. Their backline looks pretty solid. Forwards are good as well. De Goey's back. $3 is a really good bet. So those are two outsiders in the AFL. Moving on to the EPL, we have Everton paying $2 against Crystal Palace. Everton being one of the informed sides in the EPL, they've looked really good the first 2 weeks. James Rodriguez, Richarlison looking great. Calvert-Lewin, 4 goals from 2 games, looking really good. Getting $2 for a team like of Everton's quality versus a bottom 10 team in Crystal Palace, even though Crystal Palace had a good win against Manchester United last week. Thought that was more said more about Manchester United's lack of being ready than Crystal Palace being a good team this year. Sticking with the EPL, we have our second game, which is Wolves at $1.91. Wolves looked really good against Man City. They still lost 3-1, but Man City are Man City. They're going to be a title contender this year. So $1.91 for Wolves versus West Ham, who are yet to get off the mark this season. 2 losses. First loss to Newcastle and the second loss to Arsenal. $1.91 for Wolves. Pretty good price. I'd be taking that all day. Another one. Next up, we're moving to the NFL. We have the Tennessee Titans versus the Minnesota Vikings. Tennessee Titans have looked all right this year. Derrick Henry still got a good running game. Their defense is looking solid. They are playing quite well on the offensive side of the ball. Defense is still solid. -2.5, less than a field goal. It's pretty good line there. $1.87 against Minnesota, who have looked one of the worst teams in the league this year. So I think $1.87 is really good value. I'll jump on that early. The next one is the Kansas City Chiefs versus Baltimore Ravens. Anytime you get a field goal with Patrick Mahomes is good money. I'd jump on that pretty quickly. 3 points, paying $2.08. Pretty good value. The Chiefs have done enough in the last couple of weeks. They did enough to beat the Chargers last week, which is good. Baltimore's going to be tough, but I just think if you've got the better quarterback and 3 points, home ground advantage is going to be not really a factor with this COVID with the less fans or no fans. So yeah, $2 for the Chiefs, pretty good value. The next one is the Brisbane Broncos on the line. FYI, just giving you a bit of information, I am a massive Broncos supporter, so obviously this might be a little biased, um, but I think if they're going to get a win, this is the win to get. $1.90. You get a point and a half against the North Queensland Cowboys, who've looked pretty average. Tony Staggs, my man, moving into the halves. I think he's going to add a lot to the 5'8". He looked good in the 5'8" for the second half of the game last week. Payne Haas back to get some more go forward. I think the Brisbane Broncos are really in for a chance here. Not as confident as the rest of the games. Obviously, I'm a Broncos supporter, so take that with a grain of salt. But $1.90, not too bad odds. So they're my picks for the week. If you combine them all together, you're getting a $247 multi. So you could just put $5 on that, and you're looking at, well, let's see, you put $5 on that. Yeah, you're looking at $1,200 if it comes off. So 9 legs, there are some outsiders in there. My strategy this week would be to pick a couple of these games and maybe put $20, maybe put $20, $25, something small on the Geelong and the Collingwood game, and then put $5 on a multi. It's $55 for a week, and the chances of outlaying a fair bit is pretty good. If you want to be on a bit of the safer side, you can trim some of these games up, take some of the ones out of the multi that you're not as confident about, maybe Collingwood or maybe Geelong. But yeah, this is the first installment of Bet Talk, trying to get some bets on the sport instead of just talking about trying to make some money off it. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting week. Get in the odds, have a look, see how you go. Be sure to check back in next week to see how we went this week. But those games are pretty good. Like, subscribe, comment, all that kind of helps, and hopefully make you some money this week. That's me, and I'm out.